The Stoney Love Atlanta Morning Show. I am your host today, Stoney Love. Happy Thursday. Yes, it's Thursday. The week has gone by so fast. I seen a meme the other day that says, if I close my eyes, it's going to be 2029. They're afraid to close their eyes. Today we have in the studio, y'all. Well, first of all, let me back up. I want to thank everyone who has donated to the channel, but I want to say, most of all this morning, I want to thank you for Niece Benham Brown, who was on the show yesterday. When I come up to the studio this morning, y'all, guess who was here with this microphone? Yes, for the Stoney Love Atlanta Morning Show, she donated this $600 microphone. I had to put it out there from her heart. She said, "Here, Stoney, this is for you." So I want to thank her especially, but I want to thank all of you who have donated to make the channel grow, because every dime, every dollar that you give goes towards something to help the channel grow. Thank you so much for believing in me, and thank you so much for watching, liking, and sharing, and commenting. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart this morning. Today on the show, we have author Kim Mcall, and we have entertainer Cashonable. He's in the studio today. He is going to perform for us live a little bit later in the show. But, as I said before, we have author Kim Mcall, and how are you doing this morning?
Good morning, Miss Stormy. Thank you so much for getting me in here, girl. I'm really excited.
Yes, I am.
I want to thank your cousin, Michael Boyd. For
Yes, Marcus Boyd.
Introducing
Yes,
us.
hello, cousin Marcus Boyd. How are you doing this morning? And for those who know that Marcus Boyd used to be the booking agent for the Stoney Love Atlanta Morning Show.
Yes.
However, from time to time, even though he's not an official booking agent, he will send lovely people over like you and say, "Hey, Stoney, I have somebody for you. Can you put him on the show? Can you slide him in?"
Yes.
And I'm like, yes, of course. So I thank him, even though he's not around, he's around. So good looking out for me, cousin.
Yeah, I got a chance to meet him when I did the ATL's Hottest with Brian Marshall.
Yes.
Got a chance to meet
Shout out to
him.
Brian K. Marshall too.
Yeah, Brian Marshall. A lot of fabulous people. Vince Sims and Samantha and John McLean and Terry. A lot of the people.
Yes.
If I didn't meet them through Brian, I would not have met you. I really appreciate it.
That is so true. They are a very group of elite
Yes.
people, and every time I'm in the midst of all of them, John McClung, Brian K. Marshall, Tina Bridges, Vince Sims, as you said,
Vanessa, all of them.
Lorraine, Tamel, all of these people.
Yeah.
Kathy Smith, I want to give a shout out to her too. She's a wonderful, wonderful. K Smiles Entertainment is what it is. So I don't forget the people that I've met.
Yes.
I may not say anything every day, but I make sure that when I'm looking at Facebook and I see their posts, that I engage with them so that they'll know, hey, I'm rooting for you. I'm happy for you. So, and we have to support each other in any way we can. Because I know we all rise into the top.
We do.
However,
don't forget where we came from.
That is so true. Now, you just had a birthday, you said the other day.
Yes, I'm so excited. I turned 60. Woo! It's the new 50, everyone.
Wait a minute, you sure the 60 ain't the new 49?
Well, you know, I thought, let me think. Yeah, you're probably right. You're right.
Because, honey, you looking fabulous.
Thank you. I call myself a cougar, and sometimes a mountain lion. Cougar and a mountain lion. Yes, I like the younger guys. They're more active for me, you know. So I just keep it real.
I get the young guys trying to holler at me all the time. I be like, hold on.
Yeah.
Wait.
You come correct. I'm okay with that now. Watch it now.
Like, I don't know. You're them young guys. You got to take B12 all day.
Yeah. No, I'm good. I work out. I'm in shape. I work out. I work out twice a week and swim. So that's what's gonna keep you active. You know, keep everything tight. You know.
Right. You want to. Well, if it ain't tight, it ain't right.
It ain't tight, it ain't
Oh,
right.
my God.
You read about that.
Is this what you write about in your books?
Yes, honey. I keep it real.
I'm almost afraid to open it because I might get the shades, 60 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, they said something like that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. A lot of people put me in the same genre, which is fabulous, and I appreciate my support. All my family, friends, fans, and colleagues. I want to give love to the people that helped me through this process. I just take a moment. Anna, which is a good friend of mine, and also my editors, Mary and Bert Burlow. I gotta say one thing. I gotta give glory to my mother who birthed me, brought me out here, and still alive, 82 years old, and I really appreciate the love from my family. I also give kudos to my children because they're following my footsteps as being entrepreneurs. My daughter, Natea, who speaks 2 languages fluently, which is Spanish. My son, Jamar, he has his own business called GameTimeAcademy.org in Jacksonville, Florida, Duval County. And he's doing it down there. Yeah, shout out to Duval. So I just really thank God also for my friends, CJ, who helped me with some of the chapters in there, and then also just the people that have been around me. I thank God for that. So kudos for everyone, and also my brother, I call my pastor, one of my pastors, Jay Jones and his wife. So I give love for that and blessings for all of that.
Wow. That's beautiful. Now, what compelled you to become an author?
Well, when I moved here in Atlanta, Georgia, I've been here about 10 years, and I was out one time at Walgreens, and I seen a firefighter. And I'm a flirtatious person, so I just look at you and say, hey, I need rescuing.
Oh my God.
And he's like, so you walked out,
so you be walking around asking for
Not really. I keep it kind of collective, but I seen him, and I said, hey, how you doing? He said, how you doing? And I said, I need rescue. He said, well, hey, let's exchange numbers. And I turned around, and then he said, had a ring in his left finger. I said, hold up. No, I don't do that. You know what this guy said to me?
What?
He was married. He said, I take good care of my women. I said, hold up. I'm not trying to be your harem around here. No. So the chapter of my first book, Her Bittersweet Desire, the first chapter is called Marry and Don't Give a Damn. That's why I wrote that first chapter, because of that. Because someone married and don't give a damn. And I'm like, I'm not trying to be part of that. I got more going for myself.
But it's so much of that in Atlanta.
Yes, it is.
That it's going on that now, if you like the guy, you must accept the woman at home.
Oh, no, I ain't doing that now.
Woman who's at home,
right?
She's allowing anything. Oh, just as long as you don't let the sun beat you,
well,
then it's okay for him to do whatever. And she knows, but she wants to say, "I got a man."
Well, I think what it is I ran up on a guy, and he was married, and he tried to holler at me. I said, well, if you're not that happy, why are you still there? You know what his response was?
What was it?
It's cheaper to keep it.
It is.
I was like, wow.
It is.
I was like,
And the women know that he's going to go play.
Oh, of course.
So she's like, I don't care what you do.
Yeah, because I'm going to keep my house.
Right.
Yeah.
And just as long as you come home.
Yeah.
So now the standards is just like, so when you look at somebody and they say, hey, I'm not going for that.
Right.
And they're like, what? Everybody else does. You're not going to play?
Right. What I don't do it, it makes my hands sweat. Oh, really?
Right.
Really?
Y'all need to get alone and get another ring.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, again, like I said, it's Atlanta.
Right.
And these women have lowered the standards so bad that they accept anything. They do the threesomes. They bring me all kind of stuff.
Speaking of threesomes,
it's in the book.
It's in my book. It's called Married Couples Who Swing by the Husband's Request.
Have you been by Trapeze, please?
No, but I seen Magic City.
I'm going to Magic City one day.
Yeah, I was there. I mean, it's interesting.
One
of my friends came in from Minnesota, because everybody knows I'm from Minnesota, and he wanted to go, and I was like, hey, I'll hang out with you. Yeah,
I'm gonna go in there because
the food's good.
Oh, really? I know they serve brunch, right?
Yeah, the food's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can watch dancers while you're eating lunch?
Hey, I let him do that. I'm gonna eat lunch. Okay. I'm not trying to do all that.
Right.
I'm not trying to do all that. I ain't having all that up in my face.
Right.
No,
Oh, Lord.
I'm getting it.
No, we don't want that. Now, do you have anything about So is this like a short story, one short story, or a series of short stories?
Well, what it is I started on just doing one, and then I decided to do a 3-part series. So in this chapter, Her Bittersweet Desires, there's 13 short stories.
Oh.
One of the chapters is called Going Into a Marriage with the Expectation of Having a Chica on the Side. Another chapter is called Don't Get Killed, because you know if you mess with a married man, you might get killed. You know about that. So that's in the first one. And then my second book that you have is called She'll Take Your World. That chapter is about single women going after married men. First chapter, y'all ready? It's called, ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. And I'm like, wait a minute.
It's called Basically Known as a Hoe. So I keep that real to you.
Now, how many of y'all, I know y'all like this.
Yeah, I keep it real on that.
Hoe alert, hoe alert.
Yeah, there's a lot of licking, kissing, and sucking in that chapter,
Ooh.
okay? I'm just keeping it real, okay?
Oh my God.
Miss Kim, a.k.a. Travel. You can Google me. I am MissKim.com on Google and Bing, and follow me on that.
Oh my God. A lot of kissing and what?
A lot of kissing, sucking, and licking, okay? Now, one of my favorite chapters is that one. You ready? My favorite chapter in that one is it's a kitty in doggy world. And I started off saying, can a dog get a cat pregnant? I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. But it's a little grimy. It's a little grimy.
Oh
I'm getting great reviews. I'm going to be looking for people to help me out with that. And put
I
that
think,
in
man,
film.
you need to do a collaboration.
Oh yeah. So I had fun. I've got another one. I got one more coming out. It's going to be a 3-part series, and then I'm done with romance and novels.
And you're going to go on some gangster stuff.
No, I'm gonna flip the script and I'm gonna go with children's book. I'm a grandma.
The children's book, okay.
And he calls me Nana. So
Really?
yeah. So I'm gonna
Now,
be.
how old is your grandson?
My grandson Isaiah is 4. So what I'm gonna do is I just started my children's book. It's almost done, and I'm writing about him. I'm gonna make him a black superhero, and it's gonna be called A Little Boy Named Zayman. And I also have my own publishing company. It's called Eyes on You Publishing.
Right. So if anybody's interested in publishing their work, they can go through Eyes on You. And
Thank you.
what was that you say you give out when people buy the books?
Huh? Oh, I'll get right off the royalty checks.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's my plan at the end of the month when you exactly.
And
And a great editor. Great
Right.
editor is the key to your book. You don't want again someone that says I can edit. You want to research them. Anytime that I get in a relationship with someone or try to talk with them, I Google them. I Google them, I check them out. Also, I want to find out if they're a criminal.
Mhm.
So what I do is go to defenderlocator.com. So ladies and gentlemen, if you want to find out if they want it for the FBI, that's what you do. Go to defenderslocator.com. Everybody over here texting, trying to figure that out.
Wait a minute. Hey.
Yeah. But you know, you gotta research the people that you want. I mean, I haven't been dating because I've been grinding and trying to get my business going. I decided, to slow down a little bit and start, getting out there dating, which is good. So, but like I said, I gotta date younger guys because they're the only ones that keep up with me. Because I'm a cougar.
Now, you say you're a cougar, but I refer to myself more as a lioness.
Oh, okay.
And not saying because I don't date younger men.
Oh, wow.
However, I'm admired by younger men.
Of course.
So I would say I'm a lioness
Okay.
because when I walk in the room,
Oh, right.
I'm not indulging. However, I'm admired.
Yeah.
And that's what you do with the lion.
Yes.
You admire the lion,
Yeah.
but you don't touch it because
Exactly.
you know it will bite.
Exactly. Yeah.
So now cougars, I don't know.
Yeah,
Now
I like
tell me
it.
what your dad.
I play sports. I don't mind watching football. I don't mind watching basketball, but there's more than that. When I was growing up, I always watched my mother and father do the different things. One thing I do, and I've done in the past, is when I get into a relationship, I don't put a TV in the room where I'm at. There's only 2 things you need to be done. Sleeping, and the other one. So that way I get all the concentration.
Oh,
That's my suggestion to some of these women out there, and the women that are over 60, like the women that are 60, 50 and stuff. You all have to start working out. And let me speak to the church girls too. just because you're a church girl don't mean that you can't get freaky with your husband now. Let me just keep it real. Because that's what's going to keep the spice.
Wait a minute now. Now you know the church women, they wear long dresses and the blazers.
Yes, can't do it.
Praise the Lord.
I praise the Lord too. I got God in my heart, but hey, you gotta have a little freaky deaky in yourself too, because otherwise, if you don't bring the freak out, you go somewhere else and get the freak out. Okay? So
now, that is so true.
Yeah.
Wow. My goodness. Now, there's a thin line, I believe, between cougar and sugar mama.
Yeah.
How do you not get taken advantage by these young guys with your pocketbook?
Well, I ain't gonna do that. I work too hard for my money, honey.
Right.
So that ain't gonna happen. I mean, you can come being young.
Right.
But the guys that come that I deal with are making $105,000 a year. So I don't need to come up out of my pocket.
Ooh.
And if you try to say, hey, you know, can we do this? Now, one thing about me, if I'm dating someone and we go out, if they pay one day,
then
I'll pay the next.
Right. Because it's an equal give and take.
Exactly. I mean, this is a new generation now.
Right.
And I know that nowadays, when I talk to my son, he be telling me, Mom, women be hitting on me and husband and wife be trying to do the swinging thing. And I'm like, he smiled, I ain't trying to do all that. I said, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's out there. But I just stay focused on what I do. If you want to hang out with me, I'm cool with it.
Now the swinging thing was very popular back in the 90s as well, but it was very quiet. I have participated in that when I was in a relationship. However, it's not a good thing because the man can either fall in love with the girl or the girl can fall in love with the guy.
That gets a little spicy.
Right, it does.
A little spicy.
So it's like, wait a minute. So I don't think if I ever got into a serious relationship again, the swinging thing I wouldn't do. I did it to make my husband then happy.
Right.
But nothing made him happy.
No. He wasn't going to be happy.
No.
Because he's hungry. He's got that desire, you know. So most men, when you get to that level and you got that big appetite, he's not going to be happy just for two people. He's never. And that's one of the chapters I had in there. It's called Married Men Self-Satisfaction. There's a lot of men that satisfy themselves where they do porn. I ain't mad at that if you want to do porn, but just be honest about it.
But you know, there are married couples too that
yeah. Just be honest about it. You know, if you like porn, just tell me. I like porn. I like to watch it. But hey, that's what floats your boat. I'm good with that. But just be honest.
But this is what I feel that when people get married, they should go through levels of getting to that point.
Right.
That way, it's always another level of anticipation. Right. I don't think you should be 2 years in and doing threesomes. I think you should be 10 years, 15 years in and doing threesomes. Because you've worked your way up to that point. Because once you get to the threesomes in 2 years, then what happens in 10 years? You're going to need an orgy? You're going to need an entourage? Because now your mind is just always like going and going because nothing is never going to be good enough.
And that's why I wrote my books. I really wanted to inspire a lot of these men and women out there. You know, when you're in relationships, lay it out on the table.
Yes.
Put it all out there. Say, hey, this is what I like. Because one thing, I've had a couple guys I like. He told me I'm very aggressive, but he likes it. I was like, well, that's good. Because that's how I am. I'm a Taurus, but, you know, that's how we are. But I think you need to lay it out.
Taurus are long-winded, though.
Yeah.
I dated a Taurus guy. I'd be looking at the clock like,
we like to talk.
Right. No, I'm talking about.
Yeah,
you long-winded. I'm like, come on.
Get it and quit it, you know?
Right, just like forever. But Taurus people are good people.
Yeah, we very honest.
Yeah.
But like I said, just get out, be honest, get it out there. And I always tell people what I like. You know.
And you should, because, and this is one thing I said to the guy I was just dating. I said, if you had came with a warning label, and said, I'm this, and that, and I read that label, I would have walked the other way.
Right.
I would not have eaten that, because that is not good for me.
You said that's not good for me. Can't be a snack, huh?
Correct. No. Not a healthy snack. Because once you know what a person is bringing to the table, it's like looking at the cereal boxes. If it has too much sugar in it and you know you're diabetic, you're like, I can't eat those with the sugar. I need to eat these right here and put a little sweetener in it.
Yeah, exactly.
So you make a better choice. But when it's all wrapped up and looking good and it's talking good, And
you
just
gotta be careful. You
Right.
gotta, nowadays you gotta be careful. But the biggest thing is, I think, people, my peeps out there, just remember, Ace is out there. You just gotta
Yes.
you gotta watch what you do, and
use protection.
And use protection. My
Yes.
biggest thing is I think when you get in a relationship, you really need to sit down and see what that person's about, their health, where they're at, what their family history is. Just get to know them as a person,
Right.
and
make sure that your vibration is matching up
Right.
to theirs and their expectations.
Exactly.
Because you could want y'all to be a family and
Right.
live in together, and they could just be like, I just want to come over every Tuesday.
No, I ain't doing that.
Right.
No. And I told this person recently, hey, I want a relationship. If you don't want a relationship, then I just, be Casper the Friendly Ghost. I'm out.
Oh, so
So I just keep it real. I just keep it real.
Wow.
And if you want to hang out, I'll hang out with you until we figure out what we're gonna do. And then after that, if it's not gonna work, I'm gonna move on.
Do you take multiple guys?
No, I don't get in that habit.
Okay.
No. I just
you pick one you like and then you just
and
go.
then I grow with them. Because
Okay.
that's the biggest thing. I don't want to feel like I'm jumping here and jumping here.
Right.
Because I don't want to invest my time on somebody that is not going to be for me. I want somebody that's driven. I want somebody that's making power moves, as I tell my kids, and going in the same direction that I am.
That is so true.
Yeah. And then can bring it, okay?
Oh, that can bring it.
Bring it. Yes.
Well, there you have it, folks. Her Bittersweet Desire can be found where?
On Amazon. You can Google me, IamMissKim.com, on Bing and Google. And follow me on Twitter, I am Miss Kim, and Miss Kim Mcall. My second one, I want also thank Vaughn and David Price for featuring me in Iconic magazine.
Yes, I was just about to ask you,
Yeah.
how does it feel to be on the cover of the magazine?
It feels awesome. I'm very
Wow.
humbled and blessed to be able to be on there. And
Yes. I love that
I just
red
want to
dress.
get back. Yeah,
Very
I love
fashionable
red.
you are.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Fire. Always remember red is fire. Hot and fire.
That you are. So, are you going to be giving like a seminar or anything like a webinar on how to start writing books for those people who are writing books for dummies or whatever?
Well, what I'm going to do.
There's a lot of dreamers.
Yeah, we got a lot of
to do it.
dreamers. And if
Right.
you ever want to contact me, you can contact me at 646-504-9303. And just, give me a call. And what I can do is do a consultation with you and let you know about publishing. I'm going to go back to doing a blog talk again. I kind of stepped away from it because I got a real bad car accident. And I thank God for being here.
Yes.
But yeah, just give me a call or Google me and find my number on IamMissKim.com. And but yeah, I'm going to be going back to my blog talk or podcast, one of the two. So
Yes, because that will be very interesting information.
yeah.
Because I have a couple of books I've written,
Okay. Well, we got to get that on paper.
and it's on paper. It's just sitting in a box.
Yeah, we're going to have to get that published through Eyes on You Publishing.
Oh, that would be awesome. That is something I'm gonna have to definitely talk to you about.
Thank you.
Well, I want to say thank you so much for coming on the Stoney Love Atlanta Morning Show.
All right.
I can sit here for hours and talk to
We
you.
got we got a young blood over there.
Yeah.
Young blood.
Yes, we have in the studio Cashonable, guys, and he's going to come and take the microphone,
Yes.
and he's going to perform for us today, which is so beautiful.
Well, I just want to thank you, love. I appreciate you.
Yes, and thank you so very, very much for coming in today.
And again, my
I'm
name
so
is Miss Kim. I am MissKim.com.
Yes.
Take it over, baby.
And make sure y'all Google her and call the Cougar, okay? And so y'all can get some of her books. And I'm gonna put your stuff. How are you today, Cashonable?
I am doing well. How are you doing?
Oh, deep voice. Blow me out the way there. I'm doing wonderful. Thank you today. And I want to say thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you. Now, where are you from?
Originally, I'm from New York, Queens, New York.
Okay, and how long have you been here in Atlanta?
I've been in the A for 12 years. This is really like home to me. I mean, I love New York, but this is home.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll never forget New York. You can't be from New York and forget New York. Yeah,
right.
you represent, but I'm definitely home right now.
I have never been to New York City, believe it or not.
That's a bucket list thing you need to take care of.
I will.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why I will one day. I plan on one day taking the Stoney Love Atlanta Morning Show on a U.S. tour by bus and meet different people around the world. So that when I came up with the Stoney Love Atlanta Morning Show.
Okay.
Because one day I'll say, welcome to the Stoney Love New York Morning Show.
As you will, my queen. As you
And then
will.
when I get to Chicago, and then when I get to California.
I can hear it. I can see it.
That's why I did that, because one day I will travel. It may take me 6 months, but I'll go all around the world and meet fabulous people. So we all have dreams, and your
Yes.
dream was to become an entertainer,
Yes.
a rapper.
Yes.
So
amongst other things, but you know, music is the conduit.
Do you write your own music?
100%.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
We need to get your Bluetooth hooked up.
Well, it's already hooked up.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Man, my camera. Hold on now. Let me tell y'all about my cameraman. Okay. His name is Ketter, in case y'all didn't know. And he is awesome, okay? From, because I got sometimes I get a little attitude about stuff. He pays me no mind, but he's always so kind. He brings my energy like. So if you've noticed that my attitude is different from when I first came on, is because the guy behind the camera is always so light, and his energy is always so kind and loving. So I just want to tell y'all that, and I'm so grateful.
Shout out to the cameraman.
Yes.
I might be taking him, by the way.
Oh, seriously? Everybody trying to take him when I promise
Well,
you.
not take him. I'd like
I know.
to utilize his skills.
I know, but everybody, when he comes in because of his presence, and he doesn't even say much, they always say, hey, let me get your number. I want it, because he knows what he's doing. He's so relaxed. He doesn't bring us away.
No need to talk when what's understood. No needs to be said. You know how that goes.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, so I want to hear your music. Now, how many songs? Do you have an album out, or do you have?
Okay, so there's a lot going on currently.
Tell me about
I've got an album out right now called The Essence.
Oh, okay.
And it's exactly what it sounds like. We get into the essence of hip hop. We talk a little bit about how I started doing music. There's a 3-skit interview in my album. So I don't just give you the music, I kind of give background. And I kind of give a little, clarity to what's going on so that you're not lost. I don't like projects like when you press play and it's just music.
Right.
Because then you got to go and find everything else. It's cool to have your, your interviews, your bios and all that, but I think what was so successful about hip hop in the 90s, especially on the West Coast, is that everything was theatrical. From the skits to the just the parodies that they put in music, the Snoop Dogg radio interviews,
Right.
Just all those things brought life to music. And I thought, as a avid fan, that I would do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So each project will have some type of theatrical aspect to it.
Do you have any collaborations with anybody on this album?
Actually, I have a collaboration with Tone Jones, who's a well-known producer in Atlanta. He's also a very good singer, and he'll be on the song that we'll be performing a little later today.
Okay, shout out to Tom Jones.
Tone Jones.
Tone
Yeah.
Jones.
Tone Jones. Yeah,
Okay.
he's got like this church this church gospel feel to his music. And
Okay.
I'm a big fan, God's first. Always put God first. So
Yes, of course.
anyone who supports that, I'm with it. So.
So and speaking of that, with that church feel to the hip hop R&B, you think of MC Hammer,
Yeah.
and then Kirk Franklin mimicked that and made it full gospel.
Oh man, I can't tell you my days with Kirk Franklin.
Right. So when you say that, I think of MC Hammer because he did that.
Okay.
He kind of tapped on some doors and made that happen, and people were loving it.
Yeah.
And then that was kind of like stolen from him. So
Yeah.
that sound, is that something similar, or is something totally different?
I would say there's definitely influence from everywhere.
Okay, from all different artists.
Yeah, it would be a disservice to say there wasn't an influence from MC Hammer. I think when you just come into hip hop, period, if you're dealing with anything hip hop related, you have to admit that there is some type of residue lingering from the last great artist. You know what I mean? So, yeah, there's a little bit of that in there.
If you could collaborate with any successful, I wouldn't say successful because you are, any well-known artist today, which one would you choose?
I have so many right
I know,
now.
right?
Okay, so if I'm narrowing it down to one, I would have to say J. Cole.
Oh, he is so lyrically intellectual.
Yeah,
He
very much
really
so.
speak of some really, oh God,
Yeah.
he's deep.
Yeah, I really enjoy listening to him, man. Similar to my music story, you know, I come from the boom bap era. You know,
Okay.
I'm a '90s baby, '92, so you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're like my kid's age.
Yeah. So yeah, I come from boom bap. So anything like anywhere from Joey Badass to you know, Schoolboy Q, like it's all over the place.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Wow,
Yeah.
no doubt. So your music, how many songs do you have on this album?
So the album consists of 14 songs. Yeah.
Wow.
3 skips,
I
so
didn't even
total
know.
is 11 songs total.
I didn't even know that people still make albums.
So here's the thing. I think that everybody's got their niche. You know, I think that it's very important that when you get into this industry that you find what your niche is. You don't have to follow everybody. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you trust your process
Mm-hmm.
and you just, you know, you give it to the world. So for me, I like full length songs. Now I don't try to kill you with 4 minutes or 5 minutes each song, but I will do 2 to 3 minutes. Simply because sometimes, you know, I'm a big fan of just driving and listening to music. I've
Yes.
always. So 14 songs to me is more than enough, but it's not too little, so it doesn't just end quickly, you know?
Right.
So that's the whole point of that.
Okay. Well, I want to hear the song that you are going to perform for us today.
Okay.
So
All right, so
let's get it. Woo-hoo. Excuse me.
pardon me, guys, I should be way more prepared than this.
Oh no, you're good. This is the Stoney Love Atlanta morning show. We good.
For those who didn't hear, my name is Cashonable. This song is called Stay featuring Tone Jones.
Stay, stay, stay just a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Where you go, no matter what you do, no matter how you feel, my heart belongs to you. Won't you stay, stay, stay just a little bit longer?
Yeah. Like it says, Angel Eyes, I know you want me to stay, but I gotta go get on the road. I got some money to make. Different cities, rocking shows with an impeccable flow. I'm passionate about my lyrics, you should already know. I wish we had some more time to connect with each other. It's been a while since we talked and got to kick on the covers. Since your patience running thin as you talk on the phone, and I can hear it in the level of your voice and your tone. It's been a lot to deal with, I understand that it's on. The solution to the problem isn't guarding your heart. I've been around for a minute with no tricks on my sleeve. Truly would be the worst mistake for you to get up and leave. Say you love me, you need me, but your actions say different. You turn your back to me, attacking me, you never consistent. Every man need a woman on who they depend. Don't pretend it doesn't care about how much money they spend.
Stay, stay, stay
Yeah.
just a little bit
Yeah.
longer.
You feeling it, this love? I love it. Okay, cool. Well, yeah.
Just a little bit longer.
Yeah. Where you go? What you do? Yeah. Verse 2 coming up. Yeah. It breaks my heart seeing you cry over the time that I miss you. So pissed off when I get home that you don't give me a kiss. And walking out is suicidal, just like cutting your wrist. The love I have for you, shorty, man, as deep as it gets. If I had a 9 to 5 that brought me home every day, the truth is it wouldn't make the money I make. You work around, hold it down for the love that I love. And it's the way that we did it, man, I can't hold the scrubs. Yeah.
I love that.
Just a little preview. I wasn't gonna do the whole song, but I felt like it was necessary just to do a snippet.
Yes.
I
thank
appreciate
you.
y'all. I'm Cashonable. Thank you for your time.
Oh wow, that was beautiful.
Yeah, that was dope.
Thank you, Cashonable.
Thank you, thank
Oh
you,
my
thank you.
God. Now, who was that in the background?
So singing is Tone Jones. He's actually the producer of the song, and he's a singer. So like when I heard his voice, I was like, you know, there's no way I can remove this man, because usually when you deal with online producers, you have an option on whether you want their voice on it or not.
Right.
And like
That's dope.
his voice is God sent, so it's
Yeah,
heaven
that's
sent.
it.
Yeah,
I like it.
thank you.
And I don't usually like a lot of rap songs, but
Hey,
yeah.
listen, we're trying to bring back the nostalgic feeling of hip hop, you know,
oh yes, no.
which is why the album's called The Essence, because it kind of reminds you of why you fell in love with R&B and hip hop in the first
in the
place.
first place, yes.
Yeah.
Because for a minute they had me going. They was talking all fast and talking about this dope make me stay up all night, and I'm like, huh, I can't relate.
And so that's my whole thing. Like my thing is just to make relatable music. I don't really chase what's popular, because to me, popularity lasts for but a second.
That's true.
You have your one-hit wonders. I want to make timeless music because I think it's everlasting. So my standpoint is to just be true to your artistry. You know, be as authentic as you can be, and I promise there's at least 1 million people who agree and wanna hear what you have to say.
And how would you motivate someone who's watching you, a young kid who just saw that song and is gonna fall in love with it? What would you tell them?
I would personally just say, believe in yourself, have the same energy Miss Stoney Love has, manifest all of your desires, because manifestation is very real. The power of God is very strong. You know, you say what you mean and you mean what you say and you stand on it. Your word is all you have in this industry. You're gonna meet a lot of people who are gonna tell you things that aren't true. You either can use it to make you or break you, but you stay consistent. You create a brand and you stand on it and you represent for what you stand for.
That's right. So when people see you and your logo, they're like, oh my God, that's her, that's him.
Absolutely. So what I'm wearing is actually my own clothes. So I'm a very big proponent of being an entrepreneur.
Okay, so what is it?
So what it is I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, that's actually my design. It's Cashonable, and where the name came from, my brother created it because I played basketball.
Okay.
And I was really good. And he used to say, we're from Jamaica. So
Jamaica mom.
yeah, so when we used when I used to play basketball and I'd hit a 3-pointer, he would say, Cashonable for the tree. So he would always say my shot was Cash on Money. And when I became a rapper, I said I needed a name, and I was like, Cash on Money's too redundant. So my last name is actually Able, A-B-L-E, the ability to do all things. So
That's right.
I figured if you're gonna place a bet, there's no safer bet than placing a bet on me. So you put your cash on Able. So the
I like
design
that.
is actually just a fist holding a mic.
Okay.
So you got your kind of, I don't know if you guys can really see that,
Yeah, I
but
can see it. Yeah, I like it though.
Yeah, so,
I really do.
you know, I push my brand, you know. I currently am working on a project called The Autonomous,
Okay.
which just means to self-govern, which, you know, just embodies the independent industry and what it means to be an independent artist.
Yes.
And I'm currently pushing a single called Then I Keep, which can be found on all streaming outlets, whether it's Spotify, iTunes, Tidal, Pandora, etc. It's Then I Keep, VENAQUI. And for those who can't spell my name, Cashonable is literally how it sounds. So it's CASHONABLE. And you can find me everywhere via IG. That would be Cashon_ABLE, Able. Twitter at Cashonable. Facebook, Cashonable. Yeah.
Well, it's definitely been a pleasure with speaking with you today. And I just want to say thank you so much. Now you've told everybody where they can find you. Will you be
Absolutely.
performing anywhere soon?
Oh, that's very important. So June 22nd in Atlanta,
Okay.
I have a really big performance, and it's with a project series called Project Unity. And Ms. Love, I think if you're not busy, it's a Saturday. It's the same day as Summer Jam. Now, New Yorkers know what that means, but if you're not busy,
you gotta hit me up and
100%
see
down.
where I'm at, because
You're a busy woman.
yeah.
We
Everybody.
gotta build this empire, and I respect it.
Yes.
But
thank you.
Project Unity, just a quick second so you guys know what that means.
Yes.
It's just what we do is we feed the homeless before we perform it. So we go out, we find a nice area. This year it'll be off of Auburn Avenue at the Royal Peacock, right next to Mangoes, above
Yes.
Mangoes.
Yes.
And we'll feed the homeless for a few hours and just give back to the community, because that's what this whole thing is about. You know, before you take from your community, you gotta be able to give to your
Yeah.
community.
That's right.
You know,
Show
giving
them
is so much more stronger than taking, and that's another thing I would tell any young artists who are on their way up. You know, respect the platforms that are there for you.
Mhm.
Respect the ones who give you a chance when no one wants to listen. For instance, what you're doing for me is incredible. Could never thank you enough. I will support you to the end.
Aw,
I cannot
thank
wait
you.
to come on your morning show in New York. Absolutely.
I'm gonna
Can't
get
wait.
there one day. I'm
Absolutely.
gonna get to California one day. I'm gonna make it to Miami one day.
Absolutely.
Around the world.
Absolutely.
And I'll be able to just meet so many beautiful people. So
Absolutely.
live your dreams, continue to write, make positive music so that you can be heard.
Yes.
And music touches souls. It changes the energies in people.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that what you listen to creates your mental health and your vibrations.
It
So
does.
continue to make people get up and dance and feel the lyrics in what you're writing,
Absolutely.
because it's so very important.
Yes, it is.
Yes, no doubt. Now, you guys, tomorrow we're gonna have Dr. Patel. He's a dentist, and Marquise K. Norton. He's a performer, and we will have some of the women on Women of the Rise All Access here tomorrow. They will be talking about the upcoming events with the Women on the Rise. And it's a pleasure having author Mcall in today and entertainer Cashonable.
Thank you, and I just want to shout out Gary Purdy for this opportunity. Without him, I would have never got a chance to meet this beautiful queen right here.
Thank you.
And this beautiful queen over here, Miss K. Mcall.
Yes, no doubt. And I want to say, I want to leave you guys with this thought today. Life is what happens when you are busy making other plans. And make your life a masterpiece. Imagine no limitations on what you can be or have or do. And there you have it, folks. I want to thank you again, Bernice, Venom,